The Imperial Garden was the most expensive Japanese restaurant in Chicago, white tablecloths, omakase tasting menus starting at $300 per person, the kind of place where business deals worth millions were negotiated over perfectly prepared sushi. Tonight, the restaurant hosted an important dinner. Harrison Tech, a Silicon Valley company worth $2 billion, was trying to close a partnership with Tanaka Industries, a Japanese manufacturing giant. If the deal went through, it would be worth $400 million over 5 years. James Harrison, CEO of Harrison Tech, had arranged everything perfectly. Private dining room, the best chef, translators on standby. He'd brought his entire executive team, his CFO Marcus, his COO Jennifer, and his head of operations David. Their guest was Keiko Tanaka, 62 years old, CEO of Tanaka Industries. She'd flown from Tokyo specifically for this dinner. The partnership depended on this meeting going well. There was just one problem. The translator Harrison had hired had gotten food poisoning and canceled 2 hours before dinner. The backup translator was stuck in traffic from O'Hare Airport and wouldn't arrive for at least an hour. And Keiko Tanaka spoke almost no English. Harrison's team was panicking quietly. They'd been sitting in awkward silence for 20 minutes, attempting basic communication through bowing and smiling, while they waited for the backup translator. Keiko looked increasingly uncomfortable and frustrated. The waitress assigned to their private room was Maya Santos, 26 years old, working at the Imperial Garden while finishing her graduate degree in international business. She'd been serving tables at high-end restaurants for 6 years to pay for school. Maya entered to take drink orders and immediately sensed the tension. She recognized the situation instantly. Important business dinner, no translator, everyone uncomfortable. "Good evening," Maya said professionally. "Can I start you with something to drink?" Harrison barely looked at her, stressed about the disaster unfolding. "Yes, fine, whatever. Wine list. The translator is late and—" He stopped because Maya had turned to Keiko and spoken in perfect Japanese. "Tanaka-san, welcome to Chicago. I apologize that your evening has begun with difficulties. May I offer you something to drink while you wait?" Keiko's face transformed with relief. She responded in rapid Japanese, and Maya listened carefully, nodding. Tanaka-san would like green tea, not too hot, and she's wondering if the translator will arrive soon because she has a video call with her Tokyo office in 90 minutes. Harrison stared at his waitress like she'd just performed magic. "You speak Japanese?" "Yes, sir, fluently. I spent 3 years in Tokyo for my undergraduate degree. I worked at a business consulting firm there before coming back for graduate school." "Can you translate for us?" Harrison asked immediately. "Until our official translator arrives? We'll pay you, obviously, whatever rate." "I'm working," Maya said. "I have other tables, but let me speak to my manager." 5 minutes later, Maya's manager had reassigned her tables, and she sat at the corner of the private dining room with a notepad, ready to translate. What happened over the next 2 hours was remarkable. Maya didn't just translate words. She translated context, culture, and nuance. When Harrison made an aggressive American-style pitch about market domination, Maya softened it for Keiko, framing it in terms of partnership and mutual growth that resonated with Japanese business culture. When Keiko expressed concerns about Harrison Tech's commitment to long-term relationship building versus short-term profits, Maya translated not just the words, but the cultural weight behind them, helping Harrison understand that Keiko wasn't questioning his business model, she was testing his character. In Japanese business culture, Maya explained during a brief pause, trust is built slowly. Tanaka-san is not trying to be difficult. She's trying to determine if you're someone who values relationship over transaction. That matters more than the contract terms. Harrison adjusted his approach. Instead of pushing for quick agreement, he asked Keiko about her company's history, her philosophy, her vision for the future. Maya translated these conversations with care, preserving tone and respect. At one point, Keiko mentioned her granddaughter who wanted to study engineering in America. Harrison immediately offered to connect her with his company's internship program. It was a small gesture, but Maya translated it with the appropriate level of warmth and personal investment. Keiko smiled genuinely for the first time that evening. When the official translator finally arrived 90 minutes late, Keiko spoke to Maya in Japanese. Maya translated for the room. Tanaka-san says the translator is no longer needed. She would like Maya to continue translating. She says Maya understands not just the language but the heart of what is being said. The official translator was paid for his time and sent away. By the end of the dinner, the partnership was agreed upon in principle, not because of the business terms, but because Maya had built a bridge of genuine communication and cultural understanding that allowed Harrison and Keiko to connect as people, not just executives. As everyone stood to leave, Keiko spoke to Maya for several minutes in Japanese. Maya listened, bowed respectfully, and responded. "What did she say?" Harrison asked. "She said I remind her of herself when she was young," Maya said. "She asked what I'm studying and what my career goals are. I told her I'm finishing my MBA with a focus on international business, specifically U.S.-Japan relations. I want to help American companies understand how to work successfully with Japanese partners." "And what did you say in return?" Harrison asked. I thanked her for the compliment and said meeting someone of her stature and grace had been an honor. Keiko pulled out a business card and spoke to Maya again in Japanese, then handed her the card. Maya looked shocked. "She's offering me a position," Maya said, her voice trembling slightly. "Director of International Relations for Tanaka Industries North American Division, based in Chicago. Starting salary is $180,000 plus benefits and performance bonuses." The room went silent. Harrison cleared his throat. "Maya, I'd like to make a counteroffer. Chief of Staff for International Partnerships at Harrison Tech. $200,000 plus equity. You'd work directly with me on all our Asian partnerships. This dinner proved you have skills my entire executive team lacks." Maya stood there, a waitress who'd come in to take drink orders, now with 2 job offers from billionaires. Keiko spoke again. Maya translated, smiling. "Tanaka-san says this is good. Competition for excellent talent is healthy. She says I should take the weekend to consider both offers carefully. She will respect whatever decision I make." Harrison nodded. "Agreed. Maya, you've earned the right to choose. Both offers will remain open through Monday." After everyone left, Maya's manager found her in the back room, sitting down, shaking slightly from adrenaline. "What just happened?" he asked. "I think I just got offered my dream job," Maya said. "Actually, I got offered 2 dream jobs, from billionaires, because I speak Japanese. This is insane. Which one will you take?" Maya thought about it. "Tanaka Industries. Keiko is building something based on relationships and long-term thinking. That's the kind of business culture I want to be part of. Plus, working for her means learning from someone who's navigated being a woman CEO in Japan for 20 years. That's invaluable." The following Monday, Maya accepted Keiko's offer. She gave notice at the Imperial Garden with gratitude for the flexibility that had allowed her to finish school. Her final shift was emotional. Her coworkers had nicknamed her the Waitress who became an executive. It had gone viral on social media after someone at the dinner posted about what happened. On Maya's last night, Harrison came in for dinner. He found Maya and handed her an envelope. "This is a signing bonus," Harrison said. "Even though you chose Tanaka Industries over Harrison Tech, I want to invest in your career. Inside is $50,000 and a standing offer. If you ever want to come work for my company, the job is yours. No questions asked." Maya tried to refuse, but Harrison insisted. "You saved a $400 million deal. You earned this. And more than that, you taught my entire executive team something invaluable. That understanding culture is just as important as understanding business. Maybe more important." 3 years later, Maya was thriving at Tanaka Industries. She'd negotiated 12 major partnerships between Japanese companies and American firms. She was featured in Forbes 30 Under 30, and she was completing her PhD in international business while working. At a conference in Tokyo, she ran into Harrison. They had coffee, and he asked how she was doing. "I made the right choice," Maya said. "Working with Keiko has taught me more than any business school ever could. She's a mentor, not just a boss. And I've been able to bridge cultural gaps for companies that would have given up otherwise. Any regrets about choosing Tanaka over Harrison Tech?" he asked. None, but I'm grateful you made the offer. It validated that my skills have value beyond pouring drinks. You were never just pouring drinks, Harrison said. You were preparing for exactly the opportunity that presented itself. That's not luck. That's readiness meeting opportunity. 5 years after that dinner at the Imperial Garden, Keiko Tanaka retired and named Maya Santos as her successor. At 31, Maya became the youngest CEO in Tanaka Industries' 90-year history. At her first press conference, a journalist asked about her journey from waitress to CEO. I wasn't waiting tables while waiting for my real life to start, Maya said. I was building skills, learning industries, understanding people. Every job I've had taught me something essential, and learning Japanese wasn't just about language, it was about opening myself to a different way of seeing the world. She paused. That night at the Imperial Garden, I didn't know I was walking into a life-changing moment. I just knew someone needed help, and I had the skills to provide it. That's the lesson. Prepare yourself, stay ready, and when opportunity presents itself, step forward. Don't wait for permission, don't doubt your value, just serve. If this story inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe for more stories about preparation meeting opportunity. Comment below about a time your skills or knowledge opened an unexpected door. Your story might encourage someone to keep developing themselves even when the payoff isn't immediate. Production notes. Consider incorporating some basic Japanese phrases with subtitles to add authenticity. The cultural differences in business approach are key to understanding why Maya's translation was so valuable. Maya's choice to pick Tanaka over Harrison shows she's making a values-based decision, not just about money. The 5-year arc shows long-term impact. Estimated video length, 17 to 19 minutes. This story works because it's about more than just speaking a language. It's about cultural intelligence and how preparation creates opportunities. The Waitress to CEO arc is compelling and inspirational. Hope it performs well.